This book is Clamshell Boy, written by Tierra Colleen. This book taught me that even if you don't like a book the first time you hear it, doesn't mean that it's a bad book. I hated this book for the longest time and would never read it. Now I understand that this book was all about morals, and not understanding that made me frustrated. If I Ran the Circus, a book by Dr. Seuss. This is the first book that I learned to read. Before I could read it, I memorized it and could quote any part of the book. This book taught me to read, and taught me reading isn't always boring. The Applewhites, Stephanie S. Tolan. This is the book that made me hate reading for quite a while. I hated this book, and thought I could never read again because of this book. I found it stupid, pointless, and not very appetizing. Old Yeller, Fred Gibson. This book made me extremely sad and was the first sad book I had read. The amount of loyalty shown in this book exceeds all other themes. These loyalties are thrown out on the street by people that decide it's right. It's like letting people in to love each other for a second without taking and killing one, but letting the other live. I don't understand at first what a book Old Yeller was, and I still hate this book because of how sad it made me. The Lightning Thief series, Rick Riordan. This series got me back into books. I loved this book to pieces, and once I got hooked on the first book, I had to read the next one, and the next one, and couldn't stop. I finally got to the last book, only to find it wasn't out yet, and I had to wait a month. This was nothing in comparison to how long others would wait, but it felt like years to me. The 900 Trilogy, by Brent Weeks. This is my favorite book of all time. This book taught me that when you read a book, you may not understand it at first. It also taught me that if you reread a book, you can enjoy it just as much, if not more, than the second time. It also taught me that you must pay attention to everything that happens in every book. It also taught me that good triumphs, but it does not necessarily always a happy ending. It can lead to death or eternal sadness. If you don't understand, you must read this book. The Book Thief, by Marcus Suzak. This book taught me that the meaning of character development. It also taught me how cruel reality is without any forgiveness. It also taught me how to understand a book and take its meaning and put them to use. Popular Science, a magazine. It taught me that not all reading tells a story. Sometimes it spreads information, tells the future, or maybe even shows life-changing robotics. These magazines showed me different ways to look at reading. The Alchemist, by Paulo Coelho. This book taught me to look deeper into a book than just what it's telling you up front. You can take any phrase and decipher what it could mean using themes and symbols. Each book has different layers, and some people only get to see the top. Others are lucky enough to see a couple more, but the art is only mastered when you can see through all layers, straight to the core and meaning of the book. The Alchemist taught me this.